giving confidence to the individuals who work with you.
Princess Anne has never been one to grab headlines for the sake of it, but in a rare moment of vulnerability, she made a plea that caught the world off guard. "I pray millions of people watch this," she said. At first, this may sound like a typical royal wish for attention, but when you understand the context, it becomes clear that Anne was not simply seeking viewers. She was aiming for something much bigger. What could have prompted such a personal request from the Princess Royal? Was it a call for support, a powerful message, or an effort to shift public perception of the royal family? The moment in question occurred during a highly anticipated event that Anne was involved in, an event that highlighted not just royal duties, but the essence of her unique role. While other royals often bask in the spotlight, Anne has always been more reserved, rarely asking for such public attention. Her words were not just about a royal appearance. They were about something much more meaningful. The event would address a serious issue close to her heart, something that she has long championed without much fanfare. Behind Anne's request lies a deeper understanding of her duty. Unlike her brother Charles or her nephew William, Anne has often been in the background, quietly working on causes she believes in. Yet she knows that sometimes, to make a real impact, you have to speak up and ask the world to listen. By urging millions to watch, Anne may be signaling a turning point in how she wants to be perceived, no longer just as the dutiful royal, but as a powerful voice on critical issues. This moment also marks a dramatic shift for Princess Anne. For years, she's been known as the no-nonsense royal, with little interest in playing the media game. But her statement reveals something new, a royal willing to use her platform for a cause much greater than herself. Could this be the start of a new chapter in Anne's royal journey, one that speaks louder and reaches further than before? For Anne, the world now faces a pivotal moment. Her plea for millions to watch is not a cry for fame, but an invitation for change. It's her way of pulling back the curtain to reveal the hard work, the causes, and the passions that define her. And she's asking you to take notice. The hidden message behind her words. When Princess Anne spoke the words, "I pray millions of people watch this," it wasn't just about drawing attention to herself. In fact, Anne's actions have often been defined by her selflessness, and this statement was no exception. What did she mean by that bold plea, and why was she asking for such a massive audience? As the second child of Queen Elizabeth, Anne has spent most of her life supporting causes and charities without asking for anything in return. But now, for the first time, she's making a public statement that could shift the entire perception of the monarchy. Princess Anne is not known for seeking media coverage, so her request stood out. It came during an event where Anne not only spoke passionately about an issue, but also put her royal weight behind it. The significance of the plea is massive, because it is a call for people to pay attention to a topic that the Princess Royal holds close. It could be a call for action, a plea for change, or perhaps even a moment of personal reflection on the royal family's role in shaping societal issues. The real shocker is the topic Anne was urging people to focus on. It was not your typical royal charity event, but a deeper conversation about the future of the monarchy itself and the role of each royal family member in making a meaningful impact. For Anne, the moment marked a pivot in her approach to leadership, urging others to take responsibility and truly see what the monarchy can stand for in the modern world. This act of vulnerability and boldness from Princess Anne has sparked curiosity and speculation. Why now? What is it about this particular event that prompted her to speak out so forcefully? Was it an urgent need to shift public opinion, or was it simply Anne's chance to shed light on the causes she cares most about? For those who know her, it's clear that this is a rare and powerful moment that demands attention. Princess Anne's statement doesn't just speak to the world, it speaks to the future of the royal family. With this plea, she is positioning herself as not just a member of the royal family, but as a leader who wants to push for change, one viewer at a time. And for millions who may not have considered her perspective before, this is their opportunity to listen closely. Why Princess Anne's plea has the world talking. The moment Princess Anne asked millions to watch, she didn't just catch attention, she sparked controversy. What many saw as a simple plea was in fact a sign of tension beneath the royal surface. As one of the most down-to-earth royals, Anne has always remained behind the scenes. But this time, her request has drawn the public's gaze to an issue that the royal family has struggled with: their relevance in today's rapidly changing world. What was the real reason behind Anne's plea? Was it a call for unity within the royal family, or a pointed critique of its current direction? The monarchy has long been under scrutiny, with some questioning whether it can survive in its current form. Princess Anne, who has always prided herself on her work ethic and loyalty to the crown, may have been trying to shift the conversation about the monarchy's role in society. And yet, by asking for millions to watch, she put herself at the center of an intense and often divisive debate. The implications of her request could be far-reaching. As a royal, Anne is not known for speaking out about the internal affairs of the monarchy. Her recent plea to be watched may suggest growing frustration within the royal ranks. Was she trying to address the public's growing disinterest in the royal family, or was it a reaction to her own frustrations with how the monarchy is perceived? This is not the first time the royal family has faced the pressure of public opinion, but Anne's statement has heightened the conversation. By addressing the public so directly, she is acknowledging that the monarchy is evolving. It's an evolution that may involve more transparency, more open discussions, and more involvement from the royals themselves. Anne may have just opened the door to a new era for the monarchy, one that is more attuned to the needs of the people. As the world watches her every move, Princess Anne's message is clear. It's time for the royal family to step into the future. Her plea was not just a call for millions of viewers, it was a challenge to the monarchy's ability to adapt and thrive in a world that demands change. How the public responds to this call will likely shape the future of the royal family in ways that Anne may not even have anticipated. The real reason behind Princess Anne's emotional plea to the public. When Princess Anne made her heartfelt request, "I pray millions of people watch this," she didn't just hope for a surge in views. She was tapping into a deeper need for connection. Known for her serious, no-nonsense approach, Anne's emotional plea revealed a side of her that many had never seen before. This wasn't just about royal duties or ceremonial appearances. It was about Anne's desire to reconnect with the public on a human level, acknowledging the emotional divide that has often separated the monarchy from the people it serves. The plea came at a time when the monarchy has struggled to stay relevant in the face of modern challenges. With scandals, family rifts, and constant media scrutiny, the royal family has often been seen as distant or out of touch with the common people. Princess Anne, always known for her grounded approach, saw an opportunity to address these concerns directly. Her plea was a subtle but powerful message that the monarchy is evolving, and it's up to each royal to decide how they want to be seen in this new era. Princess Anne has spent decades serving her country and the royal family without seeking praise or recognition. But with this plea, she was doing something different, reaching out to the public, asking them to witness something important, something that she believes will have a lasting impact. It wasn't just about her legacy, it was about ensuring that the causes she has championed for years are finally given the attention they deserve. In her quiet, determined way, Anne has been a leader who has shown up when needed most. This emotional plea represents a moment of vulnerability, a desire to make sure that the world sees the work she has done in a new light. It wasn't about self-promotion, it was about sharing a message that transcends the royal title and speaks directly to the heart of the people. In a world where monarchy and tradition are being constantly questioned, Princess Anne may be leading the way to a new chapter in royal history. The question remains, why this plea and why now? Was it driven by a personal desire to connect, or was it part of a larger movement within the royal family to regain the public's trust? Only time will tell, but for now, Princess Anne has made her stance clear. She's ready for millions to listen. What Princess Anne's call means for the monarchy. Princess Anne's heartfelt plea for millions to watch was not just a call for attention, it was a wake-up call for the monarchy itself. The royal family has been under scrutiny in recent years, with the world increasingly questioning their relevance in the 21st century. Princess Anne, who has always been seen as a behind-the-scenes worker, is now taking a step forward, signaling that change may be coming. The royal family is at a crossroads. Princess Anne's words, though personal, reflect a deep understanding of the current climate surrounding the monarchy. The old ways of royalty, where members were expected to uphold their duties without ever speaking out, may be slowly fading. Anne, traditionally a staunch defender of royal protocols, seems to recognize that the monarchy must evolve to survive in a rapidly changing world. By asking millions to watch, Anne may be advocating for a new era of openness and engagement within the royal family. She is known for her work behind the scenes, but this moment shows her willingness to stand front and center, urging the public to pay attention to the pressing issues facing not just her family, but the world at large. In doing so, she might be setting the stage for future royals to step out from the shadow of tradition and engage directly with global conversations. What Anne's plea suggests is that the royal family must be more transparent, more approachable, and more in tune with public expectations. By taking a more active role in global discussions, the monarchy can continue to have a place in modern society. Princess Anne's request is not just about getting views. It's a statement about the future of the royal family, where leadership and compassion will be just as important as tradition. As the world shifts and the monarchy adjusts to the needs of the time, Princess Anne is showing that royal influence can still matter in a world full of change. Her plea may be the first step toward a broader acceptance of a monarchy that is open to evolution, transparency, and, most importantly, the people it serves. Is she changing the royal playbook? Princess Anne's rare public plea to have millions watch has left many wondering. Is she changing the royal playbook? Known for her no-nonsense attitude and quiet dedication to her royal duties, Anne's plea caught both the public and media by surprise. But it wasn't just her request for viewers to pay attention that made headlines. It was the underlying message she dissent about the evolving role of the royal family. For generations, members of the British royal family have remained largely silent on many matters, maintaining an air of detachment and distance from the public. But Princess Anne's plea is proof that change is on the horizon. As one of the most hardworking members of the royal family, Anne has quietly dedicated herself to numerous causes without seeking personal recognition. Yet, by requesting that millions watch, she's signaling that the royal family may need to adapt to the times, engaging more directly with the public, and addressing issues that matter most. What makes Anne's request especially impactful is the shift it represents in royal behavior. Traditionally, royals were seen as figures above the fray, only engaging with the public when absolutely necessary. But Anne's plea invites a different kind of interaction, one that demands not just attention, but a deep connection. It suggests that the monarchy can no longer afford to be an institution detached from the concerns and struggles of the people. Instead, it must embrace its role as a modern force for good, one that doesn't shy away from difficult conversations. Her rare public appeal may mark a turning point for the monarchy. For too long, the family has been criticized for being out of touch with the real world. Now, Princess Anne is taking the opportunity to show that royals can still be relevant, compassionate, and present in the lives of everyday people. Her call for millions to watch isn't just about her. It's a challenge to the entire institution to stay grounded, human, and engaged with the world around them. Could this be the start of a new royal era, one where transparency and direct engagement replace the traditional mystique of royalty? Princess Anne's plea could be a defining moment in how the public perceives the monarchy in the 21st century, and perhaps how the royal family reshapes itself in the years to come. Why Princess Anne is using her royal platform to make a difference. When Princess Anne made her emotional plea for millions to watch, it was clear that her motivations went far beyond mere attention-seeking. The Princess Royal has never been one to pursue the spotlight, but she understands the power her platform holds. Unlike other members of the royal family, Anne has always been dedicated to quietly supporting causes close to her heart, often without any recognition. Now, with the eyes of the world on her, Anne is using her royal platform to make a statement that could impact the future of the monarchy. In her decades of service, Princess Anne has been an unflinching advocate for causes such as animal welfare, children's rights, and public service. She's worked tirelessly behind the scenes, never craving the spotlight, yet her actions have made an undeniable impact. But with her recent plea, Anne is signaling that it's time for the world to see the true power of her platform. She's ready to stand up and say that the royal family can, and should, use their influence to advocate for meaningful change. What's especially significant about this moment is that it shows how the monarchy can evolve into a force for good, leveraging its global reach to address pressing societal issues. By asking millions to tune in, Anne is not just sharing a personal message, it's a call to action for the world. It's a chance for the royal family to redefine its purpose and place in modern society. Princess Anne is showing that being part of the royal family doesn't mean staying silent about the world's problems. It's about using your privilege to spark real change. This request also speaks to Anne's confidence in her role as a member of the royal family. While other royals have hesitated to speak out on controversial issues, Anne has never been afraid to take a stance. Her willingness to use her platform shows that she understands the power of her voice and the impact she can have on both the monarchy and the wider world. It's clear that Princess Anne is poised to take on a new, more proactive role within the royal family, and her message couldn't be clearer. The royal family isn't just here to be admired from afar, it's here to make a real difference. With this powerful statement, Anne is not just calling for millions of eyes to be on her. She's calling for the monarchy to step into the future and embrace its responsibility to lead with purpose. Princess Anne's plea is a reminder that royals are not just figureheads. They are human beings who can and should make a positive impact on the world around them. Princess Anne's unexpected move. Princess Anne's call for millions to watch is more than just a fleeting moment of attention. It's an unexpected move that has the potential to shape the future of the monarchy. Historically, the royal family has maintained an air of mystery and aloofness, with many members keeping a low profile and avoiding direct involvement in political or social matters. Princess Anne, however, has always been known for her straightforward and pragmatic approach to her royal duties. But now, she's taking it a step further, urging the world to listen and engage with the message she's sending. What makes this moment so significant is that Princess Anne is doing something that no other royal has done before. She's taking control of her narrative. By asking for millions to watch, Anne is telling the world that it's time for the royal family to evolve. It's not enough to simply attend ceremonies or cut ribbons anymore. The monarchy needs to engage with real-world issues, to be an active participant in shaping society, rather than remaining an observant bystander. In doing so, Anne is acknowledging a critical shift in the monarchy's role in today's society. The old ways of royal duty, symbolic gestures and formalities, are no longer enough. The monarchy must adapt to the times, become more inclusive, and be more in tune with the needs of the people. Anne's words are a direct challenge to the royal family family to step into the modern age with confidence and relevance. But is this just a personal plea from Anne, or is it a deeper reflection of her own frustrations with the state of the monarchy? The rift between the younger royals and the older generation is well documented, and Anne's plea might be her way of pushing for change, urging her family to embrace the public's evolving expectations. In a world that demands accountability and transparency, Princess Anne's message is a call for the monarchy to align itself with the modern world, one where action speaks louder than tradition. What does this moment mean for the monarchy's future? Only time will tell, but it's clear that Princess Anne is leading the way for a new generation of royals who are not afraid to speak up, take action, and influence positive change. Her unexpected move has set the stage for a royal family that isn't just a symbol of tradition, but a force for progress. The bold truth behind Princess Anne's silent revolution, Princess Anne's plea for millions of people to watch, wasn't just a one-off request. It's the beginning of a quiet revolution within the royal family. Princess Anne, long regarded as the hard-working and dependable member of the family, has now set her sights on something bigger. Her unexpected words have ignited a conversation about the monarchy's role in modern society, challenging its long-standing traditions and calling for a shift in how royals interact with the world. This moment marks a pivotal point for Princess Anne. Known for her stoic demeanor and commitment to duty, she has quietly served the monarchy for decades, but now she's ready to be heard. Anne's plea speaks to the urgency of the issues she cares about, whether it's social causes, climate change, or the very future of the monarchy. By asking millions to watch, Anne is challenging not only her family, but the public to rethink the monarchy's role and influence. The royal family has often been seen as an institution that is out of touch with the everyday struggles of people. But with Anne's statement, she is proving that royals can be relatable, empathetic, and actively involved in global conversations. She's showing that royal influence doesn't have to be passive or distant. It can be powerful and direct. Anne is using her position to elevate important issues, asking for the public to pay attention to matters that truly affect the world. In many ways, Princess Anne's call for millions to watch is the beginning of a new era for the monarchy, one where royals are no longer just symbols of tradition, but active participants in shaping the future. It's a sign that the royal family can no longer afford to simply exist. It must engage, speak out, and make a real impact. For those who have long questioned the relevance of the monarchy in the modern age, Anne's request is a reminder that there is room for change, and this change could very well come from within the royal family itself. The future of the monarchy depends on the willingness of its members to evolve, and Princess Anne has made it clear that she is ready to lead that change. What does her bold request mean for the monarchy's future? Princess Anne has made one thing clear. She is not just a figurehead of the royal family. She is an active and engaged royal who understands the need for change. By urging millions to watch her message, she's starting a conversation about the monarchy's future and the essential role royals can play in shaping the world around them. But what does this bold request mean for the future of the monarchy? For Anne, the message is simple. Royals need to evolve. The world is changing at an incredible pace, and the monarchy must adapt to remain relevant. The time of distant, aloof royals is over. If the royal family wants to stay connected with the public, it must show that it is not only in touch with the modern world, but actively working to improve it. Anne's words are a challenge to her family. Embrace the future, or risk becoming obsolete. But this isn't just a plea for change. It's a challenge for the monarchy to define its legacy in the 21st century. The royal family's relevance has often been questioned in recent years, with some wondering if it still serves a meaningful purpose in a modern democracy. Princess Anne's statement is a reminder that the monarchy can be a force for good, a platform to raise awareness, advocate for change, and make a real difference. As Anne pushes for this shift, she is reminding us all that the monarchy is more than just an institution. It's made up of individuals who can take action, speak out, and lead with compassion. Princess Anne's legacy may not just be defined by her royal duties, but by her ability to inspire future generations of royals to think outside the box and take a proactive role in the world. Princess Anne's plea to be watched is a defining moment. It's not just a royal call for attention, it's a royal plea for action, one that will shape how the monarchy is perceived and engaged with for years to come. And it's a challenge to all of us. How will we respond to this new, more engaged royal family? As the royal family grapples with these deep, personal divisions, the future of the monarchy is uncertain. The emotional plea from Prince William and the shifting dynamics between him and Harry leave us all questioning. Can the royal family truly heal, or is this the beginning of the end for an institution built on tradition? Princess Anne's call for millions to listen to her message suggests there is still hope, but only time will tell if the royal family can unite again. What do you think? Will Prince William and Harry ever reconcile, or is their rift irreversible? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the royal family. Stay tuned for the next one.
I'm 75 now, and I can't remember anybody except the Queen being there.
Recently, Queen Camilla, who is no stranger to controversy, was confronted by Princess Charlotte due to her troublesome behavior. Princess Charlotte, the confident daughter of Prince William and Kate Middleton, has been aware of the complicated history of her grandfather and the woman who pushed her grandmother, Princess Diana, out of the family picture. The complex relationship between Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles has been a subject of fascination and scrutiny for decades. The couple's romance, which began in the early 1970s, ultimately became the reason for the breakdown of Charles's marriage to Lady Diana Spencer. Okay, so let's rewind to the vibrant 1970s. Picture this. Prince Charles, the dashing heir to the British throne, attending a glamorous polo match. It's summer, there's a gentle breeze, and he spots a young woman named Camilla Shand. Can you say sparks flying? They hit it off instantly. These two were introduced by their mutual friend, Lucia Santa Cruz, and they quickly came close to each other. Charles was drawn to her due to her intelligence, confidence, her beauty, and her sense of humor. They both started loving and dating each other as the time passed. As time passed, they both became inseparable. They started loving each other more and more with every passing minute. But their romance faced many challenges as Prince Charles's uncle, Lord Mountbatten, advised him to end the relationship and marry a good-breeding and a virgin girl. Prince Charles was shattered by the duties to the monarchy and at the same time his love for Camilla. But eventually, after facing many consequences and fighting for his love and his royal duties, he decided to heed Lord Mountbatten's advice and left Camilla Shand. Fast forward a few years, and guess what? Charles went on to serve in the Royal Navy, while in 1973, Camilla Shand married Andrew Parker Bowles, a cavalry officer. Although Camilla Parker and Prince Charles were apart, their love, closeness, and relationship continued to grow beneath the surface. It all sounds very tragic, doesn't it? But as we all know, life in the royal circle is often a series of twists and turns. Prince Charles again saw Camilla through the grapevine and realized that his feelings never died. But here's the kicker. He was under pressure to find a suitable bride, someone who would fill the royal mold, who was somehow related to the royal family and could carry on the royal legacy. Enter Lady Diana Spencer, who first catches Charles's eye in 1980. At merely 19 years old, Diana is naive, charming, and the perfect picture of youth. They meet at a family gathering, and Charles, captivated, thinks she might be the one. But here's the catch. Diana really doesn't know what she's getting into. Can you imagine being thrust into royal duties at that age? Talk about overwhelming. Charles started becoming close to Dana Spencer, a young, beautiful, aristocratic lady who was chosen because of her purity, beauty, elegance, and her relations to the royal family. Fast forward to February 24th, 1981, just about 13 meetings later, and bam, the engagement is announced. They're both grinning from ear to ear on the cover of magazines worldwide. It's a fairy tale wedding in July that has about 750 million viewers tuning in globally, with crowds lining the streets of London. It's breathtaking, right? But behind all that glamour, there are ominous clouds brewing. Let's talk about the wedding day. On a day that should have been filled with joy and laughter, there's a palpable tension. Diana, bless her heart, later confides to friends that she felt like a lamb to the slaughter. How heartbreaking is that? She even catches a glimpse of Charles crying the night before, signaling some real inner turmoil. People at that time thought that once they were married, everything would settle down. But oh, how wrong they'd be. Diana stumbles upon a bracelet meant for Camilla. Yes, that Camilla, with her pet names engraved on it. Talk about a massive betrayal. The argument that follows between Diana and Charles is just the beginning of the chaos. It's as if a dark cloud has settled over their marriage. Despite the breathtaking scenery of honeymooning on the royal yacht, Diana's heart and mind are troubled. Can you believe that she felt Camilla's presence over her entire honeymoon? That's the ultimate nightmare, right? And it doesn't stop there. Diana finds cufflinks, gifted to Charles by Camilla. This leads to yet another blowout fight. This is not how a fairy tale should be written. To top it all off, they had their first child, Prince William, in June 1982. And then later, the adorable Prince Harry in September 1984. But underneath this seemingly happy family facade, cracks continue to widen. Diana is increasingly feeling isolated in her royal role, while battling emotional hardships. However, the marriage was doomed from the start, as Charles and Diana were mismatched due to their interests and differences. In their personalities and their values soon became apparent, which worked as a bridge between their relationship. On the other side, due to this unstable relationship between Prince Charles and Diana, he was attracted to her ex-girlfriend Camilla Parker more and more. Because of this, the marriage began to unravel, and Charles rekindled his romance with Camilla. The relationship, which was conducted in secret, was actually the betrayal of Diana's trust and royal values. It was a love triangle between Camilla, Andrew, and Prince Charles, and Diana was also related to it. These stories of their love triangle, while Camilla was married to Andrew and Charles, was married to Diana, caused Princess Charlotte to confront Camilla years later. This affair ultimately became the reason for the divorce between Diana and Charles, which caused many hurts and serious conflicts to the royal family. Princess Charlotte, naturally, took Queen Camilla as the reason for this insult to the royal family. When heard by Princess Charlotte, these stories and rumors caused a deep sensation of betrayal and blood boiling in her veins because of the love of her real grandmother and the pain caused to her by this affair. Shift to somber music and footage of struggles within the royal family. As the years go by, the public sees a perfect family. But behind closed doors, Diana is struggling with mental health issues, including bulimia. The strictness of royal life seems to suffocate her, and she finds emotional solace in her bodyguard, Barry Manicky. Their bond grows. Diana refers to him as her greatest love. Here's the kicker. Andrew Parker Bowles, Camilla's husband, is aware of the fling, and Diana, knowing very well what's happening behind the scenes, is trapped in her misery. In 1989, everything escalated. Diana confronts Camilla directly at a party, a bold move. Can you imagine how intense that moment must have been? Diana boldly proclaims, "I want my husband." But Camilla doesn't flinch, implying that if Charles can have his affairs, then Diana can have hers too. It's like it was a Shakespearean tragedy unfold. As the relationship between Charles and Camilla continued in secret, Diana, who had been aware of Charles and Camilla's secret relationship affair, soon discovered the truth with proofs. She confronted Charles, but he denied his affair with Camilla. But somehow, Diana knew that she was not told the truth, and something was going on between Charles and Camilla, as she noticed the changes in his behavior. Fast forward to November 1992. Gut-wrenching heartbreak takes center stage with the infamous Camillagate scandal. An intimate phone call between Charles and Camilla is leaked to the press. Anyone just can't make this stuff up, can they? The public is shaken, and tensions arise as the media circulates this shocking scandal. It's a disaster, and Diana's heart is breaking into a million pieces. Then we hear Charles's side during a highly publicized interview with Jonathan Dimbleby in June 1994. Charles openly admits to his affair with Camilla, hoping to gain public sympathy. Instead, it backfires dramatically. Diana is portrayed as the victim here, while Charles looks almost foolish for his lack of awareness. Of course, Diana makes headlines with her signature move, attending an event in a stunning black dress nicknamed the Revenge Dress. Bravo, Diana. As time passed, this love triangle between the three parties became increasingly complicated and a matter of stress for all of them. Camilla, who was still deeply in love with Charles, felt guilty about her continued affair with Prince Charles while she was married to Andrew Parker. But she was not able to stop the continued attraction between Charles and herself, knowing it was causing serious harm to her marriage with Andrew Parker and Prince Charles' marriage to Diana Spencer. But the love between them found no bounds, and they continued to date each other despite knowing the consequences if their affair was disclosed. They found happiness, love, and overwhelming feelings of romance with each other, which caused them to continue this affair. They dated each other for a long time. Andrew, who had grown tired of their relationship and the betrayal of trust, eventually confronted her about the affair. Camilla, who was torn between her love and her loyalty to her husband, confessed her affair in front of him. This confession caused both of them shattered and torn into pieces because of betrayal and a sense of guilt. Andrew, who was devastated and shattered by the news, eventually decided to end the marriage. The breakdown of Camilla's marriage to Andrew was a significant turning point in the love triangle. Charles, who was still married to Diana, continued his affair with Camilla, despite knowing that it was causing serious conflicts in the royal family and harm to those around him. Let's talk about November 20th, 1995. Diana faces the camera in that blockbuster BBC panorama interview watched by over 22.8 million people. She opens up about her troubling marriage, her battles with an eating disorder, and her candid quote about her husband's indiscretions. "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." What an iconic moment. The raw honesty sent shockwaves through the monarchy. Diana reveals her relationship with James Hewitt, her writing instructor, and discloses her struggles, which is crucial for raising awareness about mental health issues. Watching Diana come alive in that interview as she speaks with passion about her suffering is truly heartbreaking. But it also shows her strength. The public sentiment turns overwhelmingly in her favor, while Charles's image takes a nosedive. Talk about a twist in their ongoing saga. Princess Diana talked about feeling isolated and unsupported within the royal family, which caused her eating disorder. Her battle with bulimia became a significant aspect of her having public emotions with her. She also put efforts to raise awareness about mental health issues and people suffering with serious mental issues and struggling on their own. The interview led to public outpouring of sympathy for Diana and greatly damaged Charles's reputation. The royal family's image was fully shattered as Diana gained the public sympathy. For Diana, it was a powerful use of her voice and independence which helped her to have public support. Yet it also intensified media interest and intrusion into her life, contributing to the paparazzi waiting to hear new updates about her life every time. After all of this, having withstood 15 years of emotionless marriage, Charles and Diana officially filed for divorce in August 1996. Despite their separation, Diana retained the title of Princess of Wales and her apartments at Kensington Palace. However, she was not able to have the Royal Highness title and any future claim to the British throne. In July 1997, after his divorce from Princess Diana, Prince Charles took steps to integrate Camilla Shand more publicly into his life and circle, and he started taking steps to make her the part of royal family, in other words, royal legacy. He hosted an extraordinary 50th birthday celebration for Camilla at his residence, Highgrove. This was a gesture of Prince Charles showing the world his love for Camilla and her official involvement in his life. Diana was not invited to this celebration. Diana's unstable relationships and her tragic death were the main reasons that caused pain to Princess Charlotte, as Princess Diana was her grandmother, and they are closely related by blood. Hearing her story after the divorce, the unstable relationships, the things she faced, and her death was the reason that will always make her children emotional and cause them to question Camilla as to why she became the reason for the divorce and the unhappy life of Princess Diana. After the divorce, Diana moved on with her life. In 1995, then she had a relationship with Hasnat Khan, a heart surgeon in Pakistan. Their relationship lasted for 2 years until 1997. Again, she faced a heartbreak. After that, she had a relationship with Dodi Fayed, who was an Egyptian film producer. They began dating in 1997, and the most hurting scene of this story happened when they both died together in a tragic car accident in Paris on August 31st, 1997, after a very few months of dating each other. Princess Diana, known as the People's Princess, was beloved for her philanthropic work, her compassion, and her ability to connect people from all walks of life. Her legacy continues to inspire people from all over the world, and she remains one of the most iconic figures of the 20th century. Some lines were written by Princess Charlotte on the death of Princess Diana. "My grandmother, Princess Diana, was taken from us far too soon. I never got to meet her, but I've heard so many wonderful stories about her kindness, her compassion, and her generosity. It hurts to think that she's not here to see me grow up, to attend my birthdays and special occasions, and to offer me guidance and love. But eventually, though she's not physically here, I feel her presence in my life, and I strive to make her proud by being a kind and caring person, just like she was." The profound love Princess Charlotte holds for her grandmother, Princess Diana, ignited a fierce passion within her. This unwavering devotion fueled her determination to confront Queen Camilla, driven by a heart overflowing with memories and emotions tied to her beloved grandmother. The fire of her grandmother's love burned brightly within Charlotte, empowering her to stand resolutely before Queen Camilla and pose poignant questions, seeking truth and closure. Transition to a more somber tone with clips of memorials and tributes. But it doesn't end there, friends. The world is still reeling from Diana's powerful words when tragedy strikes. On August 31st, 1997, the world lost Diana in a horrific car crash in Paris while fleeing from the paparazzi. What ensues is an outpouring of grief that the royal family has never seen before. Thousands of flowers and tributes flood the gates of Kensington Palace. People around the globe mourn the loss of their beloved people's princess. The royal family, meanwhile, struggles with how to respond. Queen Elizabeth especially faces backlash for her seemingly indifferent reaction, as she remains at Balmoral with William and Harry, leading to public outrage about her cold demeanor. The nation craves a sign of mourning from the monarchy, shaking the foundation of traditions that have lasted for centuries. Following the tragic death of Princess Diana in 1997, Charles, Prince of Wales, continued to face intense media scrutiny. Despite this, he remained committed to his long-term partner, Camilla Parker Bowles. As the years passed, Charles and Camilla's relationship became more publicly accepted. In 2005, the couple announced their engagement, and they married in a civil ceremony at Windsor Guildhall on April 9, 2005. The wedding was a low-key affair, with the couple opting for a private ceremony attended by close friends and family. The Queen and Prince Philip did not attend the ceremony, but did attend the blessing at St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle afterward. Charles and Camilla's marriage marked a new chapter in their lives, one that was met with a mix of public opinion. While some people accepted Camilla as Charles's wife, others continued to harbor feelings of loyalty to Princess Diana's memory. People were confused about accepting her as it was a kind of betrayal of their loyalty to Princess Diana. After their marriage, Charles and Camilla have continued to carry out their royal duties together and separately, with Camilla becoming the Duchess of Cornwall. Camilla always supported Charles at different royal events and engagements, including numerous official visits, ceremonies, marriages, and charities. The couple has also become increasingly visible in their charitable work, with Camilla supporting a range of causes, including literacy, health, and animal welfare, which is the major cause of her being accepted by the people on her emotional attachment being made with the people. The couple's marriage also brought about changes in their personal lives. They divided their time between their homes in Highgrove, Gloucestershire, and Clarence House, London. At the same time, Camilla also became stepmother to Charles's two sons, Prince William, father of Princess Charlotte, and Prince Harry. As Camilla became stepmother to Prince William, it was obvious that comparisons were drawn to his late mother, Princess Diana. This new change naturally also affected the life of the children, and for this reason alone they may have been reluctant to accept the situation. The children suffered more because of the separation of their parents, and as this issue is the main headline of the paparazzi, that says it caused more harm to their mental and social health equally to the children. The sufferings they had passed through in their childhood because of the failure of their parents' marriage and because of the horrible death of their mother are not forgettable in any case. They always took Camilla as the reason for their parents' separation and the death of their mother, which led to numerous suffering to both the princes in their childhood. William's life had been forever changed by her mother's loss, and Camilla's presence in his life was a poignant reminder of what he had lost. Similarly, for Princess Charlotte, Camilla's presence in their life served as a bittersweet reminder of her grandmother Diana. She never knew, but to whom she was emotionally attached due to her pure and miserable life. Despite Camilla's efforts to build a relationship with her stepchildren and step-grandchildren, the shadow of Princess Diana's memory continues to loom large in their lives, which is the main reason that Princess Charlotte, a confident princess, can anytime confront Camilla because of overflowing love for her grandmother. Throughout their marriage, Charles and Camilla faced various challenges and controversies, including public criticism, but they remained stalked to their love and their royal duties. And Camilla was recognized fully by the people when she became the first consort of the Prince of Wales to carry out engagements on their own, without Charles. This is an important milestone in marking her place in people's hearts and that of the King of England. Camilla was given the title of Duchess of Cornwall rather than the Princess of Wales in respect to late Princess Diana. The Clarence house initially announced that Camilla would be called Princess Consort, rather than being called Queen Camilla, and this was the decision of the late Queen. But in 2022, when Charles's accession to the throne was near, the palace announced that Camilla would indeed become Queen Consort now. This led to mixed emotions from the royal family, who denied it somehow, and from the public and media, who thought that she earned the title of queen by herself. Regardless of the controversy, she is the Queen of Consort. But not for Prince Harry, who calls her the other woman and the villain in his mother's story. But the rest of the royal family eventually accepted Camilla as time passed. Of course, the love of Princess Diana can never be erased from her children's hearts, and these emotional scars are always there in their hearts. They all accepted Camilla, but somehow there will always be a part of Diana in their hearts, which will always make them question Camilla's presence at times in their lives. This family has complicated emotions towards Diana's memory and their emotional attachment to her. Their emotions regarding Camilla as a part of their family have been complicated for a long time. But this is what makes the king happy, so his family must pull together and be okay with it.